Resolution number 2014-121 is approving the purchase of property from Karen and Hatcheries, the wetland mitigation site for construction of the interurban trail to enhance Milwaukee Creek habitat and to create a passive park along the interurban trail. This cost to fund the complete purchases of this is approximately $120,000 with King County Conservation Futures Grant, which we received in 2010, funding up to 50% of the purchase and associated expenses. Now, we do have some expenses that have already been put out. The property's been appraised twice, and I believe we can get some credits for preliminary design work that's been done on this property by parametrics to design a mitigation site. So I'm waiting for a call back from King County. That said, the maximum amount of money that the City of Pacific would have to lay out would be approximately $60,000. We have that amount of money in our park impact fees to cover our portion of the purchase.
Questions from council? What's council's pleasure?
Make a motion to approve resolution 2014-121.
Second.
Okay, Councilmember Kay, would you like to speak to this?
Sounds like this has been in the works for several years and we're finally bringing it to fruition. So good to see it's getting done.
Councilmember Putnam?
Nothing further on that?
Any other comments from council? Comments from the audience? Seeing none, roll call of council.
Councilmember Kingston? Aye. Councilmember Putnam?
Aye.
Councilmember Steiger?
Aye.
Councilmember Walker?
Aye.
Councilmember Halsey?
Aye.
Councilmember Jones?
Aye.
Councilmember Case?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Next item on the agenda, approval of the amended comprehensive update grant schedule.
This was brought before council last week at the workshop. I hope you had a chance to study the proposed amendments to our schedule. We don't yet have a signed contract because the Department of Commerce is waiting to hear the results of the proposed extension of return dates on different deliverables.
Questions from council? Councilmember Case?
So we have dates, they're obviously they're targets. Is there any repercussion if we don't meet the timeline of the target dates?
The Department of Commerce Representative Paul Johnson has said that he'd be happy to work with us if we're having trouble meeting any of these dates. The original schedule was set up with the assumption that we would have a signed contract by the end of last year, and that didn't happen. So after we returned the agreement that was signed by Mayor Geyer, they looked at it and they said, well, gee, we haven't signed this and we've already passed, or we're getting close to passing one of our deadlines. So it's still a little bit tight, and we may ask for some relief towards the end. We have until June 30th of 2015 to do our closeout report. So we do have time, and
That's
we're just
the hard
pushing
one.
it.
It has to be
Yeah,
done.
that's the hard one.
Any other questions from council? What's council's pleasure? Or I guess it's a motion. No, we don't. I'm speaking of motion. There's no resolution. It's a motion to suspend.
Move to approve the amendments to the deliverable schedule.
Second.
Councilmember Putnam? Would you like to speak to this?
It's always good to have an agency actually recognize that their initial timelines were unreasonable and give us a reasonable extension.
What are we,
No further comment.
Any audience? And since this is a motion, all those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next item on the agenda is Resolution 14-113.
This is a resolution between the City of Pacific and Pierce County concerning the funds that Pierce County is giving us for this, in their share of the Stewart Road project.
Any questions from council? What's council's pleasure?
Make a motion to pass resolution 14-113. I'll second.
Councilmember Kay, would you speak your motion?
Yeah, I think we need to take advantage of this before they pull the funding back again. Might not get anything next time.
Councilmember Stewart.
More group.
Councilmember Holsey.
Yeah, what's their share on that project?
$110,000.
So, any other comments from council? Comments from the audience? A roll call of council, please.
Councilmember Putnam,
Aye.
Councilmember Steiger,
Aye.
Councilmember Walker,
Aye.
Councilmember Halsey,
Aye.
Councilmember Jones,
Aye.
Councilmember Case,
Aye.
Councilmember Knutson.
Aye. Next item on the agenda, Resolution 14-114.
This is a resolution to surplus the 1998 Astro van that we currently use for the water manager as a trade for a 2010 Ford Escape. And council had asked me to price extended warranties, and I did that. So far, the prices I'm getting are anywhere from $2,000 to $2,500. It's because of the limited amount of miles that we drive this vehicle, I wouldn't recommend spending the money to do that.
So, does council want that brought back at workshop to discuss the extended warranty?
We have a year to purchase one if we decide to.
Okay, good. So, what's council's questions? Any other questions from council? Councilmember.
Fords. You know, on a real quiet night here in this city, they're pulling brush.
Oh, sure, we'll tell you.
Good. Any other questions from council? Or Councilmember Jones, do you have a
I just
question?
want to make sure that, if I don't see a price and resolution and stuff like that, we're within the budget when we were talking about it originally.
The vehicle with the trade is, the purchase of the vehicle after the trade is $14,999.16. And I apologize, I apologize, that wasn't in the
Yeah, 86 cents back.
No.
They approved 15,000
This is the surplus.
or 14,000.
Any other questions from council? What's council's pleasure?
Make a motion to pass resolution number 14-114.
Okay, Councilmember Kay.
I would discuss this pretty thoroughly, and it seems reasonable to, sounds like we're lucky to get the $3,000 straight.
Councilmember Walker. Any other comments from council? Any comments from the audience? Seeing none, roll call of council.
Councilmember Steiger,
Aye.
Councilmember Walker, Councilmember Halsey, Councilmember Jones,
Aye.
Councilmember Case,
Aye.
Councilmember Knutson. Aye. Councilmember Putnam.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Next item on the agenda is the approval of the payment for the 2014 Pierce County Regional Council. Is there a motion?
I make a motion to approve the payment of the invoice for $176.91 for the Pierce County Regional Council. Second.
Okay, would you like to speak to your motion?
as we've seen over the last year or so, we get tremendous value from being represented at the Pierce County Regional Council. So I think $176.91 is well worth the price of it.
Councilmember Putnam.
Nothing further, I agree completely.
Any other comments from council? Any comments from the audience? Okay, all those in favor of approval of the payment of the 2014 Pierce County Regional Council dues signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries.